Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A local mom says she was told to cover up while nursing her child inside a hospital.
In and out in seconds, video shows a violent and destructive smash and grab at a business in Macomb County.
And Detroit rapper Obi Trice behind bars after a shooting in a quiet suburban neighborhood. Police responding to trouble at a condo community in Oakland County found themselves ordering a famous rapper to drop his gun and get on the ground.
And that rapper is Obi Trice, who rose to prominence alongside Eminem in the early 2000s. Tonight, he's in police custody as they investigate a shooting at his home in Commerce Township. Sean Lay picks up the story from that neighborhood.
This whole thing went down right here on Woodvale here in Commerce Township. Take a look around. An incredibly quiet street here, so neighbors all the way down the street clearly heard a young man running from this unit into the street, and he was yelling, "He shot me, he shot me." And neighbors down there, they picked up the phone. They called 911.
The call comes out that a guy is screaming, "I've been shot." A neighbor hears it and calls us. So obviously they're approaching what is a complete unknown.
Local 4 cameras are there overnight at the Commerce home of rap star and former Eminem collaborator Obi Trice. Deputies say they found Trice on the porch with a 9mm Ruger in his hand like this one, after an 18-year-old had been shot in his groin.
It was really close to what we would call a gut wound, a stomach wound, which is typically can be fatal. Neighbors tell us this incident exploded out into this quiet street.
She heard shouting down the street saying, "He shot me, he shot me."
Deputies tell us Trice had been allegedly drinking all day and shoved his live-in girlfriend. That's when she and her 18-year-old son decided to leave to get to safety. They say Trice then got a gun, and the 18-year-old tried to disarm him, and that teen was shot. Deputies had to order Trice to the ground to get the gun away from him. They confronted him and gave him very specific orders, and he put the gun down. Otherwise, could have been in a bad situation. Bad situation indeed. We are live tonight. We're understanding that 18-year-old suffered a gunshot wound, an entry and exit wound right through his groin area, but we're also told he is expected to be okay. Let's talk about Obi Trice right now, being held, as you say, in the Oakland County Jail on a $17,000 bond. He was actually taken into custody on some child support issues he has with the court, but the sheriff tells me tonight they're asking for charges in the shooting against Trice, and they're asking for them to come right away. Could be as early as tomorrow. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4.
Okay, Sean.
Well, friends, family, and peers showed up to pay their final respects to a fallen DPD officer. Roisin McClane, shot and killed in the line of duty last month, responding to a home invasion call. Officers from around the country showed up to honor the husband, father, and hero.
Worked together for quite a while, and when I first got word of it, it really hit me hard. We do way too many of these. In my 20 years on the job, I'm hitting 20 years this month. I think I've attended 22 in the line of duty officer funerals.
Although Roisin McClane died as an officer today, Chief James Craig promoted him to sergeant.
Therefore, with the authority given me, I promote Roisin McClane to the rank of sergeant.
I have to look in the eyes of those new officers' parents and say that we will keep them ethically and morally safe. It's a very dangerous job, and I know in 43 years, this is as bad as it can get. I've never seen it at any time in my history with the number of police officers that have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Sergeant Roisin McClane was a 16-year veteran of the Detroit Police Department.
A mother breastfeeding at Children's Hospital of Michigan says she was told to cover up. The young mother says a security guard threw a sheet on top of her and her 2-month-old baby. Priya Mann joins us. And Priya, the woman I understand was in the waiting room when this all happened.
Yeah, Kim, she was here last night after her daycare provider told her baby was sick and needed to see a doctor immediately. She never expected a female security guard would tell her to cover up. Alicia Dillard brought her 2-month-old son Dom to Children's Hospital. He was sick and didn't have an appetite.
I started to breastfeed him, and he was actually latching. He'd been having trouble the past few days, so I was really excited. I was playing with his hair, making sure he felt good.
This new mom sat in the back of the waiting room, focused on her baby boy.
I didn't see anyone walk up to me, but what she said, or the officer that came up to us with the sheet, a white sheet, she said, "Sorry, I'm gonna have to ask you to cover up."
Alicia was stunned, of all places, told to cover up at Children's Hospital.
And before I could say anything, she put it over me and Dom, all right here. And Dom unlatched. He started swatting at the sheet, and I said, okay, and I tried to fix it. And then I said, hey, I don't want to cover up.
Alicia called the Black Mothers Breastfeeding Association, a Detroit-based advocacy group.
I'm curious to know if Children's Hospital, being Children's Hospital, do they have a policy in place to support breastfeeding women? Is there training that they have in the employee handbook specifically for staff that how to handle that?
They hope to use this experience as a teachable moment and help create safer spaces for mothers trying to feed their babies.
I just want her to know it did upset me. I don't want anything to happen to her. I just don't want anyone else to feel that same way or to go through the same thing. And I want her to know as a woman, it's really natural.
Now, the hospital won't comment on Alicia's allegations citing privacy laws, but they did release a statement saying Children's Hospital of Michigan and DMC encourages mothers to breastfeed their babies in all of our facilities. Now, it's not clear if that security guard was disciplined or spoken to in any way. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya, thanks.
A community coming together tonight in the wake of a student athlete's death. South Lyon High School football player Trayvon Tyler passed away last week due to a complication following knee surgery. Larry Spruill live at the school tonight where a pretty emotional tribute just took place. Larry.
Devin and Kimberly, that tribute just wrapped up, and I got to tell you, there was not one dry eye here at the football stadium. A lot of students say they are still dealing with the death of Trayvon Tyler, and this is a tough one.
Terry made this world a beautiful place, and I'm forever grateful that our paths crossed.
The color white stretched across the South Lyons East football stadium Friday night. Everyone here remembering and celebrating the life of junior football player Trayvon Tyler. He was a 6'4", 300-pound lineman on the South Lyons East Cougar football team. He's number 54 on the squad.
He was undeniably the sunshine that shined through everyone's clouds on a bad day, on a good day, on any day.
Trayvon recently died of complications from knee surgery. He injured his knee during a football game on October 4th. He had surgery to fix the problem, but nobody expected this.
I've lost a true friend. I lost a brother. I lost a piece of my heart.
Friday night, everyone here at the stadium wanted to honor their friend in a special way.
It's unbelievable what you guys have done for him. And he's, I tell you, I look at him as my angel. He spread his wings for everybody. He spread love, kindness, humility. He was just such an awesome kid.
His mother tells me this is a symbol. Trayvon's spirit will live on.
And there is a GoFundMe account for Trayvon's family. That information is there on our website. Click on Detroit.com if you would like to donate. We are live in South Lyon tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
All from knee surgery. It's still so hard to believe. All right, Larry.
A 23-year-old shot and killed outside her River Rouge home was the daughter of a retired police sergeant. Police say Tamia Cook had just gotten home and was walking up to her house near Fraser and Eaton Wednesday night when she was shot multiple times. Investigators say at least 2 gunmen fired from the sidewalk. No one has been arrested, but police are following up on leads. If you know anything, contact police.
Police are on the lookout for several suspects who broke into a cell phone store overnight. It happened at the Sprint store in Sterling Heights on Hall Road near M53. Security cameras caught 2 people busting through the front window, grabbing several items off a shelf, and then just as quickly getting out of the store and into a waiting getaway van. Police believe this group also hit 2 other stores, one on Van Dyke near 18 Mile and the other in Troy.
A former credit union teller is charged accused of stealing from a 92-year-old customer's account. Stephanie Buford of Redford is charged with 2 counts of embezzlement. She's accused of stealing $24,000 from a 92-year-old customer while she worked at Michigan First Credit Union. The Attorney General started an investigation into Buford last year after the victim's family contacted the authorities. Buford will be in court next week.
Let's check in on what's coming up on the national stories. We'll see ahead here at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News.
Lester Holt joins us live from New York City with a preview. Lester, good evening.
Hey, Kim and Devin, good evening. Coming up, Amazon shipping struggles while your deliveries could be delayed. Plus, as the holiday travel season arrives, a new warning from a government watchdog that says TSA security screening equipment may not be able to detect a bomb.
You know, I think most of us, including myself, assume that the security screening equipment has the best technology available, but I guess that's not the case.
Yeah, we do, given the emerging threats, but some of the screening technology apparently is only meeting safety standards developed in 2006. That was a long time ago. We'll look at why the technology is lagging behind when we see you on Nightly News.
Yeah.
All right, Lester, we'll see you here about 20 minutes from now. Thanks. Still ahead here, though, at 6, a teacher's special gift from a student. Why these glasses allowed him to see something brand new today.
Hi, Ben.
Kim, the weekend's almost here. Temperatures tomorrow pretty similar to what we saw today, but noticeably warmer by Sunday. We'll see if this trend continues into next week. Coming up.
It's a new procedure that could help eliminate some pancreatic cancers before they develop. Coming up, see how it works and who it's already helping.
On the next Live in the D, see how you could win a fabulous shopping spree. Plus, we've got creative ways to dress up your holiday dinner table. Monday at 10 a.m. on Local 4.